7x7, a documentary of a national artist of the Philippines.
Fernando Amorsalo, the Filipino master. All the people, artists past and present, none is a popular or the enduring as a Fernando Amorsalo, 1892-1972. Fernando Amorsalo was born in Calar Herman in Paco, Manila, in May 20, 1892. He is the best remembered for his landscapes of the countryside in the Philippines, incorporated figures working in the studiable scene systems. Most genre scenes of the bygone era are close to the hearts of many Filipinos. Amorsalo was an excellent sketch artist as well as a peerless master of light and color. His painting is a piece that features an arrangement of animate nephew of Fabian de la Rosa, another distinguished master. Amorsalo was destined for an illustrations career in art. As a man, he was loving and humble, a humanist who saw the beauty in the most ordinary. For over 5 decades, Amorsalo was the countryside's foremost painter, and the honor deserving of the man who enriched Filipino culture with his love for life and light.
Juan Felipe de Jesus Nakpil was born on May 26, 1899 in Quiapo, Manila. Was a Filipino architect, teacher, and community leader. He was the eighth child of the Philippine Revolution veterans Julio Nakpil and Gregoria de Jesus, who married the former after the death of her first husband, Andres Bonifacio. He is a pioneer and innovator in Philippine architecture. Nakpil's greatest contribution is his belief that there is such a thing as Philippine architecture, espousing architecture reflective of Philippine traditions and culture. He studied civil engineering at the University of Kansas in 1922. He traveled to France to study architecture at the Fontainebleau School of Fine Arts. He returned to the United States from Harvard University, where he got his master's degree in architecture in 1926. Upon his return to Manila in 1926, he worked as assistant architect at the Bureau of Public Works. At the same time, he met Anita Noble, then the reigning beauty queen, whom he married in 1927. Their marriage was blessed with 5 children. Among the notable structures he designed were the UP Administration Building and Library, the Quezon Institute, the Social Security Systems Building, the State and Ever Theaters, and the restored Quiapo Church and Rizal's House in Calamba, Laguna. Nakpil's 3 sons also became architects and eventually joined his firm. When they did, he renamed it Juan F. Nakpil and Sons. In 1954, he became the first Filipino and non-American to be made Fellow of the American Institute of Architects. He was the organizer and past president of the Philippine Architects Society, now Philippine Institute of Architects. He was named Architect of the Year in 1939, 1940, and 1946, and Most Outstanding Professional in Architecture in 1951 by the Philippine Association of Board Examiners. Nakpil was bestowed the Gold Medal of Merit by the Institute of Architects in 1950, the Presidential Medal of Merit by President Ramon Magsaysay in 1955, and the Rizal Pro Patria Award in 1972. On June 12, 1973, he was named one of the National Artists of Architecture. He was also regarded as the Dean of Filipino Architects. Nakpil died on May 7, 1986 at the age of 87. He was a state funeral and was buried at the libingan ng mga bayani.
Cinema. National Artist for Film. Ronald Allen K. Poe, popularly known as Fernando Poe, Jr., was a cultural icon of tremendous audience impact and cinema artist. Craftsman as actor, director, writer, and producer. Poe was posthumously declared a National Artist of the Philippines for Film on May 23, 2006 by former President Macapagal Arroyo. The award was confirmed by former President Benigno Aquino III on July 20, 2012, and was presented to HIS family on August 16. As an actor, FPJ starred on numerous Filipino action movies like Isusumbong Kita sa Tatay Ko, Apollo Robles 1961, Baiting Manila 1962, Del Labo sa Lupa 1967, Ako and Katarungan 1974, Partida 1985, and Provinciano 1996, and Panday series 1980, 1981, 1982, 1984, and Dalubasa 1999. And HIS Last Movie Partners, 2003. Fernando Poe Jr. inspired a generation of television and movie impersonators, both serious and comedic. HIS movie role as the Pinoy Robin Hood and People's Champion, and most of HIS films have repeatedly been cliched by Filipino action films for years to come. FPJ as the fifth recipient of the Order of National Artist Award in the field of movies in 2006.
Nick Joaquin, National Artist for Literature 1976. He was born on May 4, 1917 and died on April 29, 2004. Nick Joaquin is regarded by many as the most distinguished Filipino writer in English writing, so variedly and so well about so many aspects of the Philippines. Nick Joaquin has also enriched the English language, with critics coining Joaquinesque to describe his Baroque Spanish-flavored English or his reinvention of English based on Filipinism. Aside from his handling of language, Benvenido Lombero writes that Nick Joaquin's significance in Philippine literature involves his exploration of the Philippine colonial past under Spain and his probing into the psychology of social changes as seen by the young, as exemplified in stories such as Doña Jeronima and Candido's Apocalypse. Nick Joaquin has written plays, novels, poems, short stories, and essays, including reportage and journalism. As a journalist, Nick Joaquin uses the nom de plume Quijano de Manila, but whether he is writing literature or journalism, fellow national artist Francisco Arceliana opines that it is always of the highest skill and quality. Among his voluminous works are The Woman Who Had Two Navels, a portrait of the artist as Filipino, Manila, My Manila, a history for the young, The Ballad of the Five Battles, Rizal in Saga, Almanac for Manileños, Cave and Shadows.
Ryan Cayabyab, born Raimundo Cipriano Collante Cayabyab, May 4, 1954. Also known as Mr. C, is a Filipino musician, composer, and conductor. He was the executive and artistic director for several years for the defunct San Miguel Foundation for the Performing Arts. He was named as National Artist of the Philippines for Music in 2018. His works range from commissioned full-length ballets, theater musicals, choral pieces, a massive unaccompanied chorus, and orchestral pieces to commercial recordings of popular music, film scores, and television specials. Famous for composing the Coconut Nut song performed by his Smoky Mountain Band. Kayabyab current project includes the Ryan Kayabyab Singers or RCS, a group of 7 young adult singers comparable to Smoky Mountain in the early 1990s. He is an executive director of the Philpop Music Fest Foundation, the organization behind the Philippine Popular Music Festival. This songwriting competition for amateurs and professionals puts the spotlight on songwriters and encourages Filipinos to preserve their unique musical identity. According to Kayabyab later in life, that his mother discouraged him and his sibling from pursuing a musical career due to the hardship his mother herself experienced as a musician. In 1972, Kayabyab became involved with the Philippine Madrigal Singers and became acquainted with Victor Laurel, who is a reputed film and theater actor at the time. Kayabyab took 10 years to graduate from the UP College of Music due to doing tours within that He earned a Bachelor of Music major in theater degree in 1982. After graduating from college, he became a full-time professor for the Department of Composition and Music Theory in the UP Diliman for almost 2 decades. At the turn of 21st century, Kayabyab was considering a move to migrate abroad with his family. Danding Cuangco, president of the San Miguel Corporation, offered him a position to produce and perform new music to add the Philippine music scene. Kayabyab accepted the offer as executive and artistic director of San Miguel Foundation for the Performing Arts. As a music director, conductor, and accompanist, Kayabyab has performed in the United States with leading Philippine music figures at venues including a very Fisher Hall in New York and Lincoln Center in New York City, Carnegie Hall, both the main and recital halls in New York, the Kennedy Center and the Washington Convention Center in Washington, D.C., the Shrine in Los Angeles, the Orpheum in Vancouver, and Circus Maximus of
Dance. Dance is a performing art form consisting of sequences of movement, either improvised or purposefully selected. Lisa Macuya Elizalde. Lisa was born at Laudish Hospital in the city of Manila, Philippines. She is the daughter of Cesar Macuya and Susan Pashcoat. Age 8, she started her first dance ballet. In 1988, she became a ballerina of the Philippine Ballet Theatre PBT, and had since remained Philippine-based, performing as principal ballerina in Major. She established her very own ballet company, Ballet Manila, envisioned as a ballet company by the dancers, of the dancers, and for the dancers. During the first 10 years of Ballet Manila's touring, Lisa Macuya Elizalde has led the company on 4 performance tours of 16 cities in Russia.
A theater or playhouse is a structure where theatrical works or plays are performed, or other performances, such as musical concerts, may be produced. A theater used for opera performances is called an opera house. Maria Lea Carmen Imutan Salonga, OL, is a Filipina singer and actress, best known for roles in musical theater, for supplying the singing voices of 2 Disney princesses, and as a recording artist and television performer. Lea Salonga has been seen on Broadway in Miss Saigon, Tony, Olivier, Drama Desk, and OCC Awards. Ellie Chen's Les Miserables and Flower Drum Song. Her international stage credits include Fun Home, Cats, Cinderella, and God of Carnage. Lea Salonga is a multiple award-winning actress and singer. Lea is renowned across the world for her powerful voice and perfect pitch. In addition to the Tony, she has won the Olivier, Drama Desk, Outer Critic Circle, and Theatre World Awards in the field of musical theater.